there's canine nose work, the activity, and then there's canine nose work, the sport. So the activity is a really fun way to help deepen the connection with your dogs, give them some mental enrichment, and also you can help build their confidence and just build their comfortableness in different environments and things like that. The sport is a fun way for you guys to earn fancy ribbons and titles and all of those things with your dogs, but you don't have to continue on to the sport, right? You can do the activity for the rest of your dog's life. That's totally fine. The way the sport works is it is friendly for dogs that may be reactive. It's a very inclusive sport, so that's the really nice thing about nose work is they take all of that into consideration because ideally everyone can play. So with canine nose work, the activity, we're basically building our dogs' hunt drive, their hunting skills. We're helping them learn to effectively search an area to find, ideally, a target odor. So that may be birch, anise, clove, when they go further down the line, but in the beginning, it's whatever their primary reinforcer is. So you had said food for your dog is the primary reinforcer. For Gracie, I don't know, she likes toys. We might experiment with her a little bit and see which one trumps all, but she does like food. So we'll see. And then what about for your dog?
Food, absolutely.
Food, absolutely, okay.
Treats, yeah.
Perfect. So we'll start to teach them how to effectively do these things. We'll also building their confidence, building their independence, building that drive before we do anything like with the actual odors. So we always start with kind of the basics with these boxes. We start with boxes so we have something to fall back on if anything doesn't quite work out the way we anticipated.
Gracie loves cardboard too.
Oh yeah, Muffin would love it too.
That's not exactly what we're doing here. So we're going to teach them that these boxes are a sign that that fun activity is about to happen. So we start out by adding the value for searching the boxes by putting food in each one. We want to see that little pep in their step as they go, like, oh, I know it has it, and they're checking it and checking all of them. And then we start to not put it in all the boxes. We skip one or two, or maybe there's only food in one box, and we want to see that they're actively checking these boxes.
Okay.
So this is really that first step that we're trying to build. We're trying to build an understanding of the game and a willingness to play. And from there, we'll change them. We'll put it next to the box, or not even in the box. We might move outside. We might go to a car and work on searching a car. We might do other interior searches, so like a bathroom, things like that. So that way they can do this searching in different areas with different things. Questions on that part? Okay. I'm going to show you what it kind of looks like at the end, what your dog will eventually be searching for. We'll be searching for odor, and what that is we put the scent on some Q-tips and we put it in like a tin. This is actually a poop bag roll, but it's nice to hide things inconspicuously. And that allows the dogs to kind of be able to smell it and it to be safely contained. So that way they're not like ingesting the Q-tips or anything like that. Clock up there, and the dogs will indicate the odor if it's on the clock. We'll put it at the base of the door. We'll put it under chairs. We'll do what we call inaccessible hides, which means they can't actually get to the source. And you know, they're working their way to try to like indicate to us that that odor is there. We're not gonna start out with that though. For canine nose work, we do work the dogs one at a time. This way it's open and friendly for all kinds of dogs, and there's also no pressure, any feelings about any other dogs being there. So you guys have your dogs in the crate, they're just waiting in the car. We'll get them out one at a time, do the search, and then we'll put them away, go on to the next dog. So can I steal your snacks? Sure. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the cookies in the box. I want her to kind of watch me. And I'll let her kind of come up at her own pace. We'll see what she ate. Ooh, she ate it. All right, you can take a step forward. Okay.
This woman have diarrhea.
Hopefully not. And if she passes a box, that's okay. That's fine.
Search. I always used to tell her to search.
Yep. So we're not going to use the word right now, because ideally when we have the word, she has a little bit of an understanding of what's going on.
She does. She likes to play that at home.
Yep. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring her over to this wall real quick, and I'm gonna reload these boxes.
Oh, boy.
Good. That's okay. That's all right. The leash is half the battle as you're getting started with this. Good. And then kind of turn your body back towards these boxes so we can see if she'll hit the other ones that she
Yeah,
missed.
she's nosy too. She's gonna check everything out.
Well, part of what we have to build too is just being comfortable in different environments.
She's searching for something. She'd have her nose in every
Yep.
every cranny and. That's what
Good
she-
girl.
That's what she does at home. If I was
Yep.
having her.
All right, now go forward with her. Girl. This is much easier than what they can do at school. Gracie comes to us during the day, so.
Yum, yum, yum. Yep, yum, yum. Oh, there's something there? You found it. It's in the corner. Oh my goodness, you got so many treats. Who did that? Casey do that? What a good Casey.
Check in the corner. She's like, I just want to make sure. There's no crumbs left. Which is good for her since sometimes she can be picky. It's nice that we're seeing her nice and food motivated.
I try not to feed her too much today.
Yep.
Early morning breakfast.
Yes.
We did
Good.
all
And
that.
now you'll go all the way to the end.
Hey, come on, Casey. Good girl. Good. What'd you do? What'd you do? Oh, clean it up.
Take a step through. My last class, the round right before this, we had a Leon burger puppy who was doing the exact same thing, but she was a lot bigger, walking through each box.
It's okay, Mom. It's okay.
Well, she's like, I know there's the potential for the next one to have snacks.
Oh my goodness. Oh, good treats.
Oh, girl.
Good puppy. Yeah. She thought, Mom, this is so easy. I like this. I like this game.
It's nice for the human too. You don't have to keep up like you have to in agility.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Perfect. Let's put her away on that.
I know what to do.
We're at some of the Cheerios now, so there might be some little crumbs for the pieces that broke apart. Good girl. That's all right. It's okay.
Okay.
Not quite. I added some more.
Hey, over here.
Weird.
Very nice. Good. And we're gonna end on that one for her.
Hold on.
Let her think of that.
Hold on.
Just like, oh,
Hold on.
Hold on. See, I'm not.
right? What she think about these? We'll see. It's like a little different, but I liked it.
She's a very slow, gentle
That's
eater.
all right. These ones are a little chewier too.
I think that box is clean.
I'll double check.
Ooh.
That one I'm not so sure about. Think she eat it? She pushed it aside. If she doesn't eat it, that's fine. I'll just pick it up out of it. She's not sure. She thought about burying it. All right, I won't drop any more of those in there. There might be some in one of the other ones.
The trouble with little dogs, they get full right away too.
Yep.
It's just like,
But you broke up your pieces pretty nicely for her.
hey, Squirt, over here.
She goes that way, you can go with her. Surprise! This one might be a little chewy. But it's a good one.
It's chewy. Yeah, it is good.
There's one more box that has stuff in it. So you can take a step forward. Good girl, yeah. She's like, I didn't put it in that box. Ow. Good. So go away on that one. Very nice.
Just give her one of the boxes and the things are fine.
It's all right. This made it hard.
No, I know. Come here.
It's not wrong. That's where all the stuff is.
Casey has all the cookies.
You.
Smart dog.
I'm gonna cookie like that. Nice job supporting her. Good girl. That moved a little bit. It's good. There's 3 other ones left. One under the table, one behind that one that's under the table. And one near the ladder. It's okay. She'll come back. There's nothing she's gonna get into over there, so she can work that out herself. But there's nothing exciting. Good girl.
was there the last time, she says.
And be careful about trying to call her back and stopping next each time you're at it, right? You did it each one.
I realized
so.
it after I did it.
We help our dogs so much. And nose work is really one of those ones where we really want to build that independence. So this is where you can let them shine. They have, good girl, all the mechanics, and that's her last one, you can hook her up. All the mechanics to do it themselves.
Stop
We
it,
have to break.
Oh, go get those cookies. Oh, yes, there will be those cookies. Yeah, there we go. And off to the races.
She smells it, she's like, where is it? There we go, good girl.
That's a good puppy.
Very nice. Remember to go in and support her.
That's a good girl. Yeah.
She's over there, so you want to stay connected to her.
Stay next to her.
Stay connected with her, yeah.
Oh, okay.
She pushed it, like if I push it, maybe I'll get another cookie out of it. Is that how it works? Not quite. So now you can go with her. That's eye contact. We get the little butt wiggle.
Gracie, where's the cookie? Come here. Let's get cookie. Ooh, treat. Go find the treat.
Just start to walk around. Good girl. Grab on that. Very nice. So we are working outside. So anytime we change kind of the environment for our dogs, we want to go back to the beginning. So we do still have containers out here. We also have the buckets out here, right? I wouldn't just go from what we were doing inside and then go outside but have none of the stuff. The stuff still clues them into we're playing the game and helps them stay a little bit more on task. Now outside we run into other problems like marking or distractions. So like the judo studio might have people coming in and out over there. Sometimes they will park over here.
This guy, the judo guy.
Yep, yeah. I never know how long their classes are though. Sometimes we don't see them. At this point of the day, there are no dogs that would be coming for our facility, but you never know if there is going to be a random dog from someone who's stopping here. So these things help keep the dogs on task. The other thing that helps them as we get started is by keeping them on the concrete. By keeping them on the concrete, we're avoiding the P zone. We're avoiding the big distractions over there. Here, you know, there's a potential little bit for some like P stuff. So like with boys, sometimes we have to worry about posts being exciting. Your girls sometimes too. And then sometimes you get like crittering stuff as you get closer to buildings. It's not usually too bad here since nothing can get underneath it. But that's kind of why we're set up here to help everyone stay successful. So we're gonna start with a nice easy round of lots and lots of food out here, keep our dogs on task and there, and then we'll switch them out, all right? So good boy. All right. You can move into the sun. It's really warm right here. Good boy. Yes, very good. That's the last one, right? Good.
Okay, ready? Go search. Search.
Very nice.
This is okay to go down.
Yeah, she's like, I'm not sure.
No, this is the devil for going down.
goes past it, you go with her. That's fine.
She's sorry, but she's not.
It's okay. It moved when she went to touch it.
I know.
So you don't want to just try to bring her back over to it. You want to let her explore her own pace. Good girl.
Over there.
And then the last one is in the crack right in the front there.
Oh.
I like that one over there. That was easy.
I'm crazy about birds.
They're loud. They don't blame her.
They're
Good
loud.
girl.
Good girl. Hold on.
There. Oh, boy.
Good job, buddy.
He was caught between the two. Good boy. Very nice. And I think you just have the other toolbox on the ground. He's like, I want it to be up here. I wouldn't let him go too far down that way because he might get invested in other smells. Good boy. Very nice. That was it. Good girl. Girl.
Good job.
You can talk to her when she gets stuff like that. That's fine. Good girl. Good. We're not going to make her find that one she left on the cone. We'll end on that and then a good note. Good girl. That was very good.
Hold on. Hold
That
on.
was easy.
Okay, hold on. Come. Hold on. Good girl.
All right. Just hold there. Good. She's like, I want to check that one because it had it before. Yay, good girl. All right, now you can go in with her. You can tell that she's a good girl for hearing that scary bus. All right, and there's one more in the crack at the end. We don't have any in the containers. Good girl.
Oh, he does a good job.
Very nice. Wonderful.
Good job,
All
kid.
right, and she's turning back, so hold up. Oh, good girl.
Good job.
And she might work her way back to that one. And just that little bit of a change in height. She caught it, but you can see how different it is for them. So you can go with her. And I'd hold about there. Good. Good girl. So the last one is that one that's on top. Hold about there. Good
job.
girl.
Good job,
Very
kid.
nice. You can go back and guys, so welcome to putting your dogs on odor. Mr. Grit is, you can come on in. You're good. Mr. Grit is already on odor, so for you guys, we're putting you on tonight. So we're gonna go back to our foundation, right? Back to our basics of having the containers out, so that way they know, hey, we're doing the game. We're doing that fun nose work thing. So I have 2 containers that have odor in them in our tins that I showed you at the end of last class, kind of what they look like with the Q-tips on scented in there. And I'm gonna pair the tins with cookies for your dog. So the first search, we're gonna have you come in and you're gonna start your dogs, hold them back for a second and tell them to search. And they're gonna come up and investigate the boxes and you're gonna let them eat the treats from the box and then continue down the line to the next one. So right now we still wanna keep that, excitement for searching. So I'm not gonna have you guys start to feed and reward at source like you have seen some of the other students in class sometimes do. We're gonna work our way up to that, but this makes it a little bit easier for you guys as well too, as well as the dog. Do you have questions about that? Does that make sense?
Yeah, sounds
Okay, perfect. Is back and ready. So you're gonna put her down on the ground,
Okay.
and you're gonna, tell her to search, and then remember, let her take the lead. You're gonna support that leash, so that way it doesn't get wrapped up in her little feet. And we're gonna let her investigate these boxes and see what she thinks about odor. Ready? Find it.
Good girl.
Yeah, nice. Oh.
not eating it.
And she's like, no, that cheese, I don't want that cheese, Mom. And if she doesn't eat it, that's fine. I can go grab a different treat to pair for her.
Let her keep going.
Yeah, let her keep going. We'll see what she does when she gets back to the next one. If she goes back to the next one and kind of sniffs it there, you can try to pick it up and feed it to her. Or if not, she just might be upset about the cheese itself, which...
It's okay. Come here.
Good.
Good girl. Good girl. There you
Nice,
go.
there we go. Good job.
Girl.
And then we'll have her continue to walk, see if she can find the other one. She's like, oh, now I remember what I'm doing here.
Good girl.
Good girl.
Good
Very
girl.
nice. Perfect. So we have the odor box is vented, so that way she can actually still can catch the smell, but then they're not all open for her. So what you're gonna do is when you get to the odor box, if she shows any interest of like sniffing these steams, you're gonna cup your hand right next to it and feed her cookie next to the seed. Okay? So she's taking in the odor while she's getting rewarded. Yes, yep.
You ready? You ready? Ready? Find it.
No, you're okay. Ready?
Find it. Good shake. There, good, we're gonna reward, nice.
Good girl. Okay, there's more. Can you find more?
And remember to keep your body moving too, because right, if we stop, that's where sometimes they almost like think like, hey, maybe I should just investigate the box right in front of mom. Oh, there we go, good, and reward.
Good girl.
And then you can say, go get it.
Go get it, Ted.
What?
Good job, Ted.
Very good.
Oh, good job,
Nice.
Teddy.
And then you can
Yay.
pull off.
Go get it, Ted.
And that's okay that he walked by that one, right? Because we changed this on him a little bit because he was doing good.
Go get it, Ted.
Right there. So now feed there. Good. And now you want to keep on walking with him so that way he starts to come back to this side and then, yeah, gets kind of back to this section of the boxes.
Ted.
And you can hold the leash a little bit so that way he doesn't go all the way to the wall and
yeah.
sniff. Yeah. Oh, there. Yes.
Good job, Ted.
Good.
Yeah.
Very good. And
Are you ready? Okay, go get it. I think he is ready.
yeah. I think he's like, why you hold me back, Mom? Let's
Yeah.
go.
What do you mean, am I ready?
Good. And he's again letting you know that there is something up high.
Yes.
Good boy. Yep.
Boy.
Yeah. He's like, it's just a little too high there. Very nice. Beautiful.
Are you ready? Look at me. Go get it.
And that's just the lingering that he's smelling on that chair. And I'd hold there. There, reward there. Good boy!
Yeah.
And he's kind of aware there's something on the chair. He's like, how do I get to it? Good boy. Very nice. Good. And once you've fed your cookies, you can pick it up and put it in your pocket and tell them to find another or whatever you want to say there. Beautiful. That was lovely. Hi, so welcome to your intro to vehicles. Today we're going to teach our dogs that the odor exists on a car. I want you to kind of think of it like a box, right? It can be that clue to our dogs that the odor is there. First, we just need to actually teach them that this exists. So we're going to kind of teach them how to actually work their way around the cars and how to wrap tightly around it, because there's so much airflow that happens with cars. You have to think the way they're designed. They're designed so that the air passes right through it, so that way they can go at those higher speeds. So it makes it a little bit more of a challenge for our dogs than just a regular box or something like that. So the goal for today is to really help the dog stay on the cars. So we're going to start by having a hide right on the front, right in their face, like, hey, it's right here. So I'm going to want you guys to start nice and close to the car. So even though my cones are here, you're going to have your dogs with you, and you're going to walk them right up to it and tell them to search. And you are just going to take a step back. All right, so you walk them up, search, and you take a step back. And they might have already hit it at that point, but that's going to become more important as we have them go around. And the other thing you might hear me say is circle the dog back to the car. And even though we feel like we know what this means, when we're in the heat of the moment, we go, what way? So you want to think about what side you're setting your dog up on. So my dog is on the left. To keep them on the car, I would have to circle them around this way to pop them back on. So that way they're not missing space. If they were on the right, I would have to circle around this way, right? So even if they went and then popped off again, I circle and end up bringing them back right where they popped off. So it can help them continue to catch that scent there. So we might see that a little bit more as we go further along. But we're not going to go all the way to the back just yet. We're going to start with it being close at the front. Right up to the car. Find it. And you take your little step back, just so she has enough room for her body to find it. We have the wind doing all sorts of crazy things for us. Good girl. Good, nice. Right in there. Good. Very good. And now you can back her up. We're going to do it again, but I'm going to move it slightly. Find it. Good girl. You can hold it up there. Very good. Good girl. That was the perfect amount of pressure that time. She didn't feel as goosed out by it. Yeah, girl. Look at that detailing. That's already started. Good job. That was a lot nicer, but the wind also isn't really picking up right now, right? Yes. Good girl.
Find it.
Good. And now bring her. Feed her.
Find it.
Beautiful.
Find it.
She's making it very difficult. You can go that way if she wants to.
Nothing's under the car.
The wind is.
Yeah.
It's blowing it.
Yes.
Good girl.
Find it.
Good decision to circle there. And if he wants to go back to the left, that's fine.
Good
my
choice.
height.
Good choice.
Good boy. Good boy. Yes. Today is not going to be like the